Welcome or welcome back to my channel for my first layout for April, and I'm using Mixed Media Mayhem prompts and my counterfeit kit challenge for April. And this paper is in my kit and it's from Studio Calico called Page Turner, and that's from One Little Bird. And then I'm gonna do these photos of this little one, and she is at the playground with her aunt and actually her nana, but I did those pages earlier and I'll give you a look at them here in a second. But I am going to do a flip, and so them dropping I think it was grass and twigs down the manhole, and then that kind of stuff is going to be on the top because those are super cute, and then her on the playground will be underneath, and these are the other ones from that day. So it's not going to be a perfect match, but it's not a big deal. I had thought about, with the prompts today for Mixed Media Mayhem, it was distress ink, splatters, and 3+ pictures. I obviously got lots of pictures, so I had debated doing something similar with that stamp, and just so that it all was matchy-matchy, and then I decided I didn't want to go matchy-matchy, so I'm gonna matte the other two photos in black cardstock, and I'm just gonna, I'm pretty sure that this corner on one of them will be hidden, but I'm just gonna make it so that it's not a big deal if it's not. And then this is what I'm thinking for these photos. So the one at the flip at the bottom, and then that kind of cascading, not straight on each other, because now they're 4x6s and with a 1/4 inch mat, so they're a little bigger than that now. So I am just drawing a line where I think that where my mixed media is going to go, and because it doesn't need to go under where the pictures are because you won't see it. And I'm going to use, I'm looking at some different stencils that I took out, but I am going to use the camera one that I looked at first just because it's super cute, and I thought, why not? So I love my Glassboard Studio mat or board. I got it from Paper and Ink Boutique, which is our local scrapbooking store, or my local scrapbooking store. And having these little magnets makes doing the grunge paste, which is like thick and you really need to like spread it out and move it, super easy to do. Look at my stencil is not moving at all. This is fantastic. I love it. So it was part of my Christmas present to myself. I didn't actually get it for Christmas because they were not in stock yet, and it was one of the things I asked for. My husband was like, they didn't have it in, and you deserve something under the tree. So he got me other stuff. He got me lots of scrapbooking stuff, but lots of collections that I asked for. Because I always give him a list of, hey, you can go into Paper and Ink, and these are the things that I want that they have. And he goes in and gets what I want. So I got this one in the glass board in January, and I love it. I absolutely love it. On the stencil, you can see I put some washi tape. It's because in the stencil it says picture perfect in that one spot, and I didn't really want to see it on here today. And the way that the grunge paste goes through, it wouldn't have gone through very nice anyway. And then here's this close up, just so that you can see what the paste looks like. Oh, I love this stencil. It's one of my favorites. And then I'm going to show you how I clean this up. And so most of the time I just go right onto my glass board with the wet wipe. When I was doing the wet wipe, it was coming through with the stencil really nice. So I quickly grabbed my art journal, and then these cameras will be really cute in it, and I can do like inking on top or whatever I want, and so it cleans it up really, really nice to start with. And then that's what that looks like, and then I take it to the sink and I wash it and get it all nice and done. So I cut that out because otherwise you'd just be looking at my glass board without me being there. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of heat to this because there are some thicker spots where they're still wet, and I am not patient, and I am not going to go and like do other stuff. I want to get this done. So dry. I'm going to use my Distress ink, which is one of the things that we need to do. I'm just going to use the black soot, and I'm going to go over some of the spots of the cameras just to grunge them up a little bit. And so you can see, like, they're not as visible with the white just because of the way the light is, but they definitely do pop with the, like, when you put that black on. And then I'm going to smudge out some of the spots where it looks like it like snagged on the foam piece, and then some splatters, which is the third thing. So all my Mixed Media Mayhem prompts are done already, and I'm taking the black splatters and only putting them where I put the black ink, because I thought that would be neat. And then I'm going to use the Picket Fence. I'm going to try and get some white splatters. They don't come out as nicely, but I tried. I don't get white splatters very well, so I don't know. I'm like, I even try, this is Hero Arts Unicorn ink with a tiny bit of water, and so these should be like really thick. It's a pigment ink, and they still like dry almost light gray, and so I don't know. I tried. I need something else that's white for splatters, but 'tis what it is. And cleaning up and putting my photos on, and I did not put them on their mats yet, so definitely need to do that. And this little one's so cute. She's not little anymore. Now she's an adult, but when she was a toddler, she was so cute. And then I am going to put this on with glue because there are some spots where it overlaps that ink, or the grunge paste is what I'm trying to say. And I want them to stay put, and then definitely glue for the flip up because there's a lot more weight there. And so that works out really well. And then I have this leftover project, actually it was 6x8 paper pad piece of paper. And it was in my March kit, and I didn't use it. And I was really disappointed I didn't use it. So I'm using it, and I'm going to fussy cut. I've obviously fussy cut the camera out. And I'm actually going to use that as the title too, and I'm going to fussy cut all of that out. So I'm going to show you a little bit, and then I'm going to pop ahead because most of it you don't see anyway, how I have to like hold it. And that's where I decided that, because I was thinking about just doing it as a block, and then I was like, nope. And then I thought of doing like just them all like this, fussy cut, and just leave them together as the whole word. And I'm going to put it and look and go, nope. And so the capture and the every, I'm going to cut all those letters apart. And then you can see the moment stays together because obviously, but I did go around the different bits, and I didn't fussy cut out the middle bits of any of the words because I didn't think it needed it. But yeah, so I like the way that looks. It adds a lot more texture. It's pretty. I think, oh, it makes me happy. So I'm just trying to decide where I want stuff to go. And then I'm going to put this down mostly centered from the page. And then the every moment our capture is going to go above every moment. And I'm going to show you a little bit of this because this is how I use my glass board now. So these all have to be glued on because of the texture paste underneath. And so I'm going to use my little magnets on the letters to make sure that it has good adhesion. And then, yeah. And then that's all done. The capture's just sitting. I'm putting on some foam tape on the back of the camera, so there's a little bit of other dimension on here. And scuffing up the edge a little bit just because I wanted it a little bit more grungy, since that background is very grungy. And that did not glue very well, so I'm going to try that again. And then my R is kind of funny, so it must have moved when I put the magnet on, but I'm going to just get it up, and then it did rip a bit, but I'm going to put it back down so it covers that, and that's a little bit better. Is it perfect? Nope, but that's okay. And then I look at it and flip and try to decide if I want anything else for a few minutes. So I didn't make you watch that because here's the close-up. And I decided this is good. So here are my still shots. If you're new to my channel, I would really appreciate if you subscribed, if I did enough for you. If you liked my layout, the thumbs up would be great. I always comment on respond to all my comments. And there is a playlist for Mixed Media Mayhem, so make sure you check out other creators that are doing these prompts too. Thank you so much for being here, and have yourself a wonderful day.